Thank you for convening this emergency meeting, and thank you to ASG Jenscher for his updates, and a really warm welcome to the Prime Minister of Ukraine in this chamber. An honor to have you. Colleagues, as high-level talks for peace are ongoing, as European leaders work with Ukraine and our allies to stop the killing, as we are hopefully reaching finally a moment of truth for peace in Ukraine, Russia has once again shown its true intentions with another massive and brutal overnight attack against Ukrainian cities and civilians. Ordinary civilians, including children as young as 2 years old, have paid the ultimate price for Russia's unprovoked, unjustified, and illegal aggression. Without the effective intervention of Ukrainian air defenses, who reportedly destroyed 589 out of 629 Russian drones and missiles, the civilian toll would have undoubtedly been dramatically higher. I was shocked to learn that multiple Russian missiles also struck close to the EU delegation in Kiev, causing severe damage to our premises by the shock waves. Fortunately, none of our colleagues were injured, but a security guard of the British Consul was. I thank many of you in this room and outside for your statements of solidarity and concern, which I promise you I will convey to my colleagues in Kiev. We will, of course, not be intimidated. Such blatant violations of international law and the inviolability of diplomatic premises only strengthen our resolve to stand with Ukraine and to stand with the Ukrainian people. Colleagues, this latest Russian attacks are part of a broader plan. Over the past few months, Russia has intensified its attacks across Ukraine, targeting civilians and civilian infrastructure, intentionally directing an attack against civilians or civilian objects is a war crime, in case anyone needs to be reminded of it. The increasingly tone-deaf and hypocritical statements the Russian Federation makes in this chamber simply underscore the cynical intentionality of their continued aggression against a sovereign country, a free country, and blatant violations of international law. Our objective, dear friends, remains clear. The European Union supports an immediate, full and unconditional ceasefire. We also welcome the efforts of the United States to seek an end to Russia's war of aggression and to stop the killing. As European Union, we contribute to these efforts in order to achieve a just and lasting peace and long-term security for Ukraine and for our continent. I urge all members of this Council to use their influence and maximize pressure on Russia now to accept an immediate ceasefire and to work towards a just and lasting peace in Ukraine. In addition, the European Union strongly condemns support by third countries and actors and entities therein, which enable Russia to sustain its war of aggression. We urge all countries to immediately cease any direct or indirect assistance to Russia in its war of aggression. Russia and its leadership must be held fully accountable for waging a war of aggression against Ukraine and for these other serious crimes under international law, as well as for the damage, the massive damage caused by its war. Colleagues, on the 21st of August, we celebrated Ukraine's Independence Day. We celebrated the exceptional resilience of Ukrainians and what they have demonstrated, the courage, the bravery in defending their right to exist as a country. Russia's continued aggression and neo-colonial actions remind us that independence and freedom can never be taken for granted. That is why the European Union will remain united in providing political, financial, economic, humanitarian, military, and diplomatic support to Ukraine as it exercises its inherent right of self-defense. Mr. President, in closing, We will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine in defense of the UN Charter and international law. I respectfully submit that this Council, without any wavering or any hesitation, do the same. At a time when Russia intensifies its killings and continues to pursue its illegal objectives instead of peace. Thank you.
Agradezco.